Good day everyone and welcome to the Weather Centre on this Saturday. A high pressure system continues to dominate over the central and northern parts of the country today, and as one might expect, this is going to allow for further sunny and dry weather across the region. Now we see a cold front approaching from the west. Ahead of it, it's going to become quite windy this afternoon over the western interior, and as that front moves in along the coastline, rain and cloudy conditions spread with it, first along the coastal areas and then spreading further inland and towards the Eastern Cape later on. Much cooler air following behind it as well. Now, the South African Weather Service has issued 2 alerts for today. First up is a warning for a high fire danger over parts of central and southern South Africa, where we're expecting an especially dry and windy afternoon. The second alert is a watch for gale force northwesterly winds which may develop this evening between Table Bay and Cape Agulhas. Rainfall probabilities indicating widespread rain along parts of the west coast and the adjacent interior. Lots of rain around the mountainous areas of the Western Cape this afternoon. And we'll see up to a 60% chance spreading up the west coast. And we'll see rainfall also settling in for Springbok and even in towards Sutherland later on in the day. Also rain spreading along the south coast as the cold front moves through, reaching the Eastern Cape by this evening. Now let's take a look at the maximums, and we see bergwind conditions affecting the east coast as well as the adjacent interior, mid to upper 20s for those areas. It's going to be a lovely day for the low veld, while over Gauteng and the Free State, temperatures will be in the upper teens and lower 20s. Much cooler air moving in over the western parts of the country, 12 for Sutherland, Cape Town, with a maximum of only 16. Now, along with that cold front, northwesterly winds are going to dominate between Alexander Bay and Langebaan today. We're expecting them to be moderate to fresh at times. Swells averaging at 2 meters, but getting up to about 3 meters this evening in the southern parts of the area. Now, around the Cape Peninsula, we're also expecting northwesterly winds. Those are going to be fresh. A fairly strong westerly wind, on the other hand, for Cape Agulhas. Swells between 2.5 and 3 meters across that area. Now, for the south coast, and here we see northwesterly winds today across this region. This is going to help to bring in fairly warm conditions across the area, although all of these winds are going to turn to the southwest later as the cold front moves through. And finally, along the eastern coastline, light winds in the forecast for Durban and the Wild Coast. Berg winds pushing off the coastline for East London, helping to result in very warm weather in that area. And we see a northeasterly at 30 kilometers per hour for Richards Bay once again. Swells remaining low at 1 meter. And that's all from the Weather Centre. Goodbye for now.
Know more about your world.
eNCA.com